I've been I've been hosting here for 9 months, and it's been a good experience for me, because I can practice my English, I can meet new people, I can make new friends, and it's really crazy to think about it, because I don't know you in person, Ayla, Jefferson, Azael, Sarah, but I feel like we are friends already. We have a relationship, a friendship, and for me it's really good, and I wish one day we can meet all together, I think that it will be amazing. And that's it. And good morning, YouTube. I was just finished my introduction, and I gonna choose Mr. Jefferson. Can you introduce yourself and tell us who are you, Mr. Jefferson?
Okay, my friend, I'm Jefferson. I live in Goiânia, Goiás. I'm economist professor of Catholic University of Goiás. It's a pleasure to be here with you talking about business in the global economy now.
Really nice, Mr. Jefferson. Thanks for sharing. And what about you, Ayla? Who are you?
Hello, everyone. Good morning. I'm Ayla. I'm from Belém, Pará State. I was born here. I'm married. I have a daughter. I have a little dog. About myself, I'm a shy person, but I try to face my fears, and it's good when I achieve my goals, and I think it's important. And yeah, that's it. And Azael, what about you?
Well, some of you probably know me in other meetings, but I'm 16 years old. My name is Azael Christian. I'm from Ceará, Fortaleza, the region northwest of Brazil. I'm not married, logically. And there's an interesting fact about English. And yesterday, I did a conversation with a native English speaker. Yeah, it was a great experience. And when I conversation with him, it's like I'm not myself. Yeah. In fact, each language has your own personality or on people. Yeah, it's a true fact and a little strange. Yeah, probably when speaking English, I believe that you know, how can I say, yourself. You compare it when you speak Portuguese. Yeah, that's it, guys. And you, sir, what about you?
Morning, everyone. So I'm Sarah, I'm 27. I like to read. I'm a friendly person, but not so much. Sometimes I just wanna stay home and watch Netflix. What else? That's awesome, as I have the experience that you shared, because I was thinking that I don't remember the last time that I said sorry for my bad English. I honestly don't remember, not because my English is perfect, but because uh since I'm here, the confidence it's better, So I just speak, and whatever I can say, I feel like people are going to understand me, or if they don't, we can ask again. So I feel like that's the perfect here is the perfect place for us to speak. So I'm nervous because my camera is closed. That's crazy, but I cannot show my face today, Jefferson. I'm sorry. It's so messy around me, so choose my I will choose to preserve my image. Okay, but thanks.
Really nice, Sarah. Thanks for sharing. And so, guys, let's start the meeting. today's topic is business world, as I said in the beginning, but people from YouTube don't know about it. Now they know, right? So guys, I want to know from you about number two, question number two. Do you believe that people are the most precious asset that a company can have? So for me, yes, because people are really important to do the tasks, and in order to do these tasks in a high level, let's say like this, people need to be motivated, and I believe that company needs to provide a good environment, equipment, tools to make sure that people they will do their jobs, in a high level, and yeah, basically that's it, And what about you, Azael? What do you think, man, about it?
Yeah, so do I. I believe that each people on your work need to be your best. If we think in industrial revolution, we go say that each people realize only one activity, yeah, with different things, yeah, into the factories. Yeah, but today the world with globalization, the world of job or better work is so different. And in relation to the companies, um, I don't know if you know, but there's when I say it's like a step. In Portuguese we said pyramid. Yeah, with up is the boss and the base is the, can I say, the common workers. Yeah, basically our world we do it. Yeah, and you Jefferson, or better Jefferson. Yeah,
Yeah, Jefferson. Okay, thank you.
well,
No, I can't believe are the most. I don't believe the most, but are one of the most valuable assets a company can have, because a company's success depends heavily on the talent of the guys. I think it's very important. You see the talents of the guys. Depends of the knowledge of the guys. It's very important. You improve your knowledge to do a lot of stuff, how to tackle with a lot of stuff, and creative of the employees. It's very important too. Sometimes we have a lot of employees, they are not creative. So they must be creative. I think this is the 3 points just to begin. And just to finish, I think skilled and motivate employees can it's very important for a company because they can drive innovation, they can increase the productivity in your company. I think it's very important today in the big company. And just to finish, a good employee can create a competitive advantage of the company and make the difference of the company. That's it.
Really good, Mr. Jefferson. Thanks for sharing. And what about you, Ayla? What do you think about it?
So, yeah, I think so. I think people are very important for their company, because people can bring some innovations and to put it, for example, when there is a important change in a market, people usually contribute to about different ideas, about to use the different technologies. And so I think it's very important. So I think I can't see this change if there is no people. I don't know. I think it's I know it's important to have machines and technology, but if there is people to 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 make this all of the things working, I think it's not possible. But I know that nowadays there is a artificial intelligence. It's a real nowadays. But even though even though I think people are very important to do this work better.
A really good point.
It's
Ayla.
difficult for me
Yeah,
to talk.
yeah. It's good because you can look for new words,
Yeah.
to say and to discuss and to share your point of view. Really nice. Thanks for sharing. You can say, Hazel.
Okay. Including, she said, the artificial artificial intelligence. Yeah. Including nowadays, there's uh, uh, an an artificial intelligence that come revolution everything. Yeah. Is the chat GPT? Yeah, chat GPT. I think so. That I watched a video of a YouTuber, yeah, a teacher YouTuber. Yeah, his name is Felipe of the channel Universo Narrado. Yeah, I don't know if you see it, but basically he put an exam of ITA, our ITA, and he put this intelligence for do that exam. Basically, it do all things correct. So a big revolution for us.
For sure, it's a huge change for our lives. Yeah. One thing that I'm a little bit worried about it, is that maybe in the future we maybe we are not going to we are not going to have a job to do, maybe in the future. Not uh, not right now, in a few years, but in the future, maybe we can have some problems with it. That's the reason that we need to be, always looking for improvement. To knowledge that it's really good for our lives. Yeah. Let's see. And thanks for sharing, Hazel. What about you, Sarah? What do you think about it?
Well, I would say people are essential for a company, even though sometimes you can have a machine and replace some employees. But I was here listening to Jefferson, and he mentioned great stuff about being creative and having great ideas, to bring to the company. But when I think about that, it's people, right? They are gonna have the ideas, they are gonna exchange. So I feel like if we didn't have those people to make their part in a company, a lot of things would be missing. So ideally, I would say, yeah, people are the most important asset, but sometimes they are not so appreciated because it's like they are replaceable. In some way we are replaceable because you can always find someone to work for you. Not, you can find this person that is willing to work for you for a, I don't know, a salary that is something you can pay, because sometimes companies fire people to pay a smaller salary to others. So I feel like people are replaceable, unfortunately, but not all people, I don't know if I made myself clear, but it's like that. Let me see.
Yeah,
The ideas are not replaceable, but the people itself, you can find someone else to do that job. That's what I mean. Okay.
yeah, yeah. I think that it's all clear. I got your point, and I believe that people are important. For me, people are really important, right? But it's like it's an exchange, right? I have a business, and you have your, uh, let's say, I don't know how can I say mão de obra in English. I have no idea. But you can do the job, right? So
Workforce.
work
Workforce. Yeah.
workforce,
Yeah.
really nice. Thanks. I will get the I will take the note. Workforce,
Or
really nice,
employee.
Mr. Yeah,
Employee.
employee
Yeah.
workforce. I think that it's good. So, um, and you have the workforce, to give to the company, right? And I think that we both the sides need to be respectful each other, and of course that each one has your own place in this business. And one thing that you mentioned, guys, about people can be replaced. That's correct, but sometimes companies can lose good people, good workers, because they don't have, or they don't give for these people enough. I don't know how can I say it. Enough is not respect. It's like they don't give enough importance, like say like this, for these people. And sometimes people, a company lose it, this talents, people that have talent, and it's really sad. Yeah, I've been working for a long time, let's say almost 20 years working, and I have seen a lot of people with great talents, going away, you know because the companies not give the importance, let's say like this. They don't. Yeah, I think that that's the word, and it's really sad when it happens. And guys, I want to know from you one thing. We know that nowadays people at work usually exaggerate a little bit about urgent matters. Everything is urgent. Everything is. It's really crazy how people uh, don't have. Sometimes they don't have a level. What is really urgent and what is not so urgent. That can be done later. And I want to know from you about. Uh, do you believe that people sometimes exaggerate a little bit about urgent matters? For me, yes, right? Because I have been working in international business for a long time, and in this field, everything is urgent. Of course, that we have in the other side, we have the customers, that they need their cargos as soon as possible, ASAP. Let's say like this, and of course, we always gonna do our job you know in a better way in order to make sure that our customers are satisfied. But there are some things that maybe you can not delay, but you can do it a little later. Let's say like this. And people are, oh my god, someone is gonna die if you don't do it right now. Oh my, but I have a lot of stuff to do. How can I prioritize one thing, you know, over other? How can I do it, man? And it's a kind of thing that you need to learn to deal with in order to, keep the peace and make sure that everything in the end is gonna be alright. It's really crazy, at least for me, right? But it's normal. It's part of the business, the process. It's happening. It happens. And what about you? Sarah, do you think that it's true? It's not? What are your opinion about it?
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. Like, if everything's urgent, then nothing is urgent, you know. It's impossible to manage everything at once. So I feel like it's a lack of planning, because something urgent that is urgent now, it's something that was important in the past and you didn't do it. So that's the way I see it. And I think in my life, I try to put things in boxes, you know, what is important, what is urgent. Most things are not urgent, because if you follow your life, like if you keep a track, for example, maybe 3 months from now, we're gonna take a look at the things you are keeping a track, and you are gonna realize, oh, I don't even remember that thing that was so important, so urgent in the past. So most things are not urgent. It's a matter of prioritize the right stuff, you know. Not easy for sure, but yeah, I really hate when people just say, oh, it's urgent, find a way to make this happen. But sometimes it's uh, not so easy like this, you know. Yeah,
For
Jefferson.
sure.
Great
I think that
expression.
people get confused about important matters and urgent matters. There is a difference between them, you know. And maybe people think that important matters are urgent, and sometimes it's not so urgent, you know, that needs to be done right now. You can do it maybe a little, maybe later, maybe tomorrow, but you're gonna do it, you know. It's just you need just to prioritize some things first, and then you go to do it, you know. That's it. Good point, Sarah. Thanks for sharing. And what about you, Mr. Jefferson? Give your thoughts about it.
I'm thinking about I and Sarah. I'm an old guy and Sarah is a young guy. So I think the urgent or the urgency, it's very subjective. It's different from one person to another person, and depend where you work. If you work with financial businesses in stock market, urgent, it's very important. A second, it's very important. So, but in my case, I need to write articles. So for me, it's not important. I have my deadlines. I have my targets. I have the recognitions of the others guys when I finish my work. I think this is very important for me. But I think today it's very important, as Sarah said, about this question, a clear communication, a clear explanation about what's urgent. I think it's very important, because if you can't have a clear communication explanation, you can lead the thing to a terrible situation. I remember when I worked with a guy, a terrible guy, all the time asking something always for everything from yesterday. I used to say, no, it's impossible. I try to do my best. So you need to take care about this. So just to finish, I think clear communication and explanation and a good communication and to explain why it's urgent, it's very important. But I don't believe in a good service when everything is urgent. I think this lack of planning. You need to plan everything you must do. So in my case, I have targets, I have deadlines.
Really nice point. Really great point, Mr. Jefferson. And you have brought something really good about communication, you know. And just to make the merchandise here, this is the next topic to the next week, you know. So if you want to come, guys, it will be a pleasure to have you here. because it's really important, you know, when you say things to other people, you know, that are part of your team, you know, why it is so important to do something, you know, that there is a reason for this, and you need to understand, not just, of course, you will execute it, you know, because it's part of your job, but it's really good when you know why it is so important to do some activity, you know. It's really nice. I in my opinion, everyone needs to know what they are doing, and why they are doing it, you know, why it is so important to do something, you know. It's really nice. It is really a great point that you brought up for us, Mr. Jefferson. Thanks for sharing. And what about you, Asa? What do you think, man, about it?
Well, in fact, we need to separate the urgent things. For example, in my routine, and for me, urgent things is my obligations. For example, uh, I don't remember in English, but probably you know some obligations with a guy of 16 years old. Yeah. Um, but in relation to my priorities, yeah, is, for example, the studies, yeah, studies of my school, the English, and the other things, for example. And but for other people, it's so different. Other example, uh, a doctor, yeah, a doctor usually have many urgent things for you during your day. Yeah, there are many, you know, uh, the word patients. Yeah, and usually, yeah, watch the doctor probably he work a lot. I know, and if you don't need separate these sites, basically our brain not will not process the things correct. Okay? Maybe will do confusing in us. It's my thought. Can you, Ayla? It's Ayla. Sorry.
Yeah,
You Ayla?
I like, yeah. Okay, guys, this question I have to handle all the time at my work, because I work with the legal issues, and all the time several lawyers ask me, oh my gosh, it's all the time. My issue is urgent. My issue is urgent. So, but after that, when I'll take it. I'll uh, so out to take it about the issue. I noticed there is no so urgent matter in that case. Sometimes I realize the lawyers just want to ask, but there is no urgent issue. In fact, you know, so it's hard. It's hard, but I think I'm used to doing this, and so I always say keep it down, keep it calm, and everything will be all right, okay? But it's common, it's very common at my work.
Yeah, I imagine it. I feel you.
Yeah,
Sometimes the people just have to do something because they want to you prioritize their things, you know. but it's not so urgent like they say, it's really, and we with time we learn how to handle the situation, it's really complicated, but we learn it. Yeah, really nice. Ayla, thanks for sharing. And what about you, Sarah? What do you think about it?
Can move on because I answered, but I agree with the guys. Definitely.
Okay, so let's move on to the next one. I think that that's a good one. Sometimes at the workplace we pass through some hardships, and people are not so cool, at work sometimes, but most of them are. And how do you keep your cool when people are rude in the workplace with you guys? I want to know from Mr. Jefferson because he is a man that have experience, in life. So tell us everything, Mr. Jefferson.
Okay, thanks for that one. I think the first thing is stay professional. Yeah, I think it's important to maintain everything with the level of professional. I think it's very important. You must do, in my case, a lot of situations I avoid responded with rudeness or hostility. I don't like this. I'm a very polite guy. I'm very respectful about this question. And what else? I think it's very important to listen activity, to listen the guys, to listen without interrupting what the guy are saying, to listen without reaction. Sometimes defensively, he wants to fight, to kill the other guy. It's not my case. So you must try to understand the other point of view, the other perspective, or the concerns of the other guys. And what else? You may set boundaries. I think it's very important because you need to think about sometimes the guy can be abusive or inappropriate. And you see the boundaries where I must go, where the boundaries, how to tackle with the boundaries, how important, and how can you communicate with the other guys to think about what is acceptable, what is not acceptable. And just to finish, I love Isla. Stay calm, stay calm. Yeah, it's important to remain calm and composed in this situation. I love the way Lila talks. It's so amazing.
Uh, I can agree more with you because Ayla is so peaceful, the way that she speaks. Even when someone, I believe in my mind here that even when someone is mad at her, when she speaks, everything pass by and all good, it's really Ayla is so peaceful. So Ayla, can you tell us how can you handle the situation when someone is rude with you at work?
Hey guys, yeah, I'm a peaceful person. It's me. I I think, guys, it's a strategy to manage my problems. Yeah, because sometimes it's very difficult. Um, so about the question, I think first of all, in my case, I take a deep breath, and after that, I show my attention because when people are, I don't know, or annoyed or scared, people feel very stressful, and it's difficult to handle them uh, with them. But when you keep it down and I try to show my attention. Usually people keep it down too, but I try to show. I'll do my best for that questions, And when I do this, in fact, I try all the time. I try to do my best, but unfortunately, sometimes my work depends from the others, and it's hard. But I try uh, to answer the questions, and in the polite way, in the good way, to explain them. It's there is a process, and sometimes it's hard, it's difficult. I understand, but I think for me, the good way is to show your attention, and to explain the how can I say, the throughout way. And I think when they they catch your expression, they keep more calm, and it's I think the situation is better. The situation got better, yeah, but it's hard.
Yeah, really nice point. Something that you said right now a few minutes ago was about when you are waiting for someone else to do something for you. It's really hard to deal with it, because sometimes people don't have the same mindset that you have to do the things, right? So it's really complicated when you are waiting for it. But we need to wait, right? As in the same place when someone is waiting for us, and is just the same thing, yeah. And this is the place where you need to think what is urgent and what is not so urgent, like this. Yeah, great point, Ayla. Thanks for sharing. And what about you, Asa? What do you think, man, about it? I know that you are studying yet, but maybe sometimes some of your friends, or I don't know, uh, people can be rude with you, and how you deal with it. Can you explain for us, please?
Yeah. And what about this question? I understand basically almost everything. And let's say the word. There's a word, but I go speak. And in some situations, at my school, yeah, I not work. Um, there's there many people that disturb my uh, disturb the lesson of the teacher. Yeah, and it's so, can I say, uh, very boring so much really, and not for the teacher, but for me and for all the students. Yeah, and sometimes, including the teachers, remove some these, can say, students, yeah, um, out of the classroom, yeah, and including that, I have a question for you, Bruno. Just, and is this situation already happening with in your classroom? Past?
uh Here, never, man, never. I never had this experience here, guiding the conversation. Thanks God for that. And yeah, I think that if it happens with me here, I would be professional, because I'm here just to guide the conversation and make sure that everyone's gonna talk. But As I said, as we always say here that we need to be respectful, each other with each other, because it's a place for everyone. Everyone has your own opinion. And if you are not deal with people opinions, I think that you don't need to be here, right? You need to be in your room or in your place far away from here, because you don't respect the people opinion. So what are you doing here, right? So that's my opinion about it. But thanks God, it never happens here, because we always make sure that, guys, you need to be respectful. You need to respect people opinions. And so calm down, man, or girl, I don't know. But that's it, man. And about my work, I sometimes we have some issues about miscommunication. People don't understand what you are trying to say, and it's bad because it can generate some problems, some issues. And I have a kind of technique that when people don't understand me so well, when I send some message, it happens most of the time when you send something for someone, when you write an email, for example, because you write something, but sometimes the way that you write the email can be something that can make some noise, let's say like this. But uh, you are not trying to say in that way, in a rude way, let's say like this. You are trying to say something in a polite way, but people get confused and get mad with you. And I always try when it happens, when I don't understand what people are trying to say for me, when they write an email, for example, I always try to call them, because when you call, you can feel the people, right? You can feel what they are trying to say for you. And I think that you can have more empathy when you call to the person, that you are exchanging some email or information. It's better to solve the problems, for me at least. And what about you, Saura? What do you think about it, girl?
Yeah, this one is tough because usually I try to keep things to myself, but I'm trying to learn how to, I don't know, how to stand up for myself. I think that is important. In my last job, I kind of did that because I noticed two guys were talking about me, two workmates, and I was about to leave, so I asked directly to them, oh, I heard you were talking about me. I would like to know why you are doing that. And it was so out of my comfort zone just to do that. But I felt like it was the right thing to do because even though I won't get any benefits from that because I left the place, other people who are coming after me, they can think better. Oh, we shouldn't do that. Or maybe they will keep doing the same thing, but at least I've made my point. So I think it is important for you to sometimes be brave. That's a lesson I've been learning. And if you can do it, I think you should, because you're gonna feel better and you won't have that thought in your mind, oh, I should have said something. No, just say it. Of course, be polite, be firm with your ideas, but sometimes it's good. For me, it was great. I felt so energized. I should finally I've done something for myself. So maybe if you can, go for it.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that sometimes we need to make our point, for make sure and make clear for everyone that you don't like something or you like something. It's really important to make your point. you know there is a right time to do it, but you need to do sometime. Yeah, I agree with you, Sarah. Really great words. Thanks for sharing. Guys, I send you some links.
Excuse me,
Okay,
what
go
can I
ahead,
say?
man. Yeah.
Okay. Uh, there's a thing that I'd like to say. Looking at my situation, for example, some of my teachers already said, guys, uh, I know if one of you don't know, yeah, but simple use your phone on your chair, you can do everything. Let's do a sound that will disturb the class. Yeah. So that an introduction of biology, and some people do that introduction, and many people in Portuguese we said the class, and basically that people did many sound disturbed so much the production. Not for me, but I believe that um, for almost every class one day. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I got your point, and yeah, sometimes people are out of their minds and they don't respect the rules, and that's why the issues, the problems happens. It's really complicated. Yeah. Thanks for sharing, man. So guys, I sent you some questions. Oh my God, some links. And the first one is about our survey. So please go there, rate us there. It's really important to know about your opinion, right? The second one is about our YouTube channel. So if you want to watch this meeting again, or maybe you are just trying to uh, practice your listening, it's really good to you guys. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up, right? It's really important for our channel. And the last one is about our site. So if you want to know more about our work, our job here, just go there. And I want to invite you all to the next meeting next Saturday. We're gonna discuss about communication. It's really important for us, I think, in my opinion, at least. And it was a pleasure to be here with you guys. It's always good to be here. It's really important to have each one of you here with me. So just come and let's enjoy this moment whenever we have. And that's it, guys. So have a wonderful weekend and see you in the next Saturday
Thank
or
you,
during the
Bruno.
week.
Have a nice
Bye bye,
weekend.
guys.
Bye bye,
You
Zael.
too,
Bye.
guys.
Have a good
Thank
one.
you. Bye bye.